prevents you absolutely embodying everything that you are and living a life from that place where you just feel like absolutely epic on multiple levels? Hello and welcome to the first ever episode of Embody Your Energy, previously named Becoming Fearless podcast. In this episode, I am going to take you through the decisions that I made and the fears that I moved through to get to a place of real understanding of myself, my listeners, my truest potential, and what success really looks like for me in terms of hosting a podcast. So I want to take you back about 3 years, first of all, when I first had the idea of bringing a podcast in as part of a way to communicate with the masses. A big stage, a big virtual stage to inspire, educate, and allow people to tap into their own personal growth. And back then, the biggest thing that I worked with people on was navigating fear and understanding how it played out in the mind and the body and how it held people back and how it formed a big barrier of self-sabotage, really. And so when I was generating what to call a podcast, Becoming Fearless was something that was like, yeah, this is what all of my clients work through. This is exactly the journey that I've been on, mainly to get my podcast out. This is definitely the vibe. This is the place that I'm at. Yeah, Becoming Fearless is absolutely it. And for those of you that know, my absolutely it, when things stick, they stick for the duration that I am energetically attuned to them. And Becoming Fearless has a huge place in my heart because I ultimately became fearless by launching that podcast under that title. Now, 67 podcast episodes in, I think about half of them were with fabulous guests, and in 42 countries, in over 300 cities. I am incredibly proud and very touched by the amount of people that tune in to listen. And I know a lot of the feedback that I have about the podcast is it's very real. It's down to earth, it's practical, and I don't hold back from sharing my own journey. And that's what I'm going to do today in this episode. I'm going to share the journey of how I have moved through changing the episode to what it is now and what that really means in terms of who I am and what the podcast will look like moving forward and why it is just like by far the most aligned thing that I have done in terms of claiming and owning everything that I am about. And that's the biggest message in this episode. Are you claiming and owning everything that you are about? I have a real sense that everybody has a feeling and knowing of what they're really about, their purpose, their genius, their place on this earth. But whether they decide to activate it, choose to activate it, value activating it, is a whole different story and a perspective. And when I was thinking about this earlier before recording this episode, I realised that time is such a massive factor for so many people. There wasn't a place in time where I even had my business. There wasn't a place in time where I even had a podcast. And now I'm here going, hey, do you know what? I'm in over 42 countries and I'm only going to get in more because I'm truly owning my vibration. So let's talk about becoming fearless and why that's really important in embodying your energy. So, becoming fearless was all about being able to understand how the mind and body connect together, how you can navigate and learn to walk with fear so it doesn't hold you back. I have personally experienced the behavior of self-sabotage so strong, and underneath that behavior was a fear of visibility, fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of success, fear of failure, etc., etc., etc. And I know in my whole being that that's just one part of the journey. And I'm here for the whole lot. I'm here for the whole holistic journey, intrinsic journey, everything that makes you uniquely brilliant. So I outgrew becoming fearless as a theme. And I sat for the last month in different states, sometimes working out, sometimes out in nature, sometimes in stillness, sometimes in the sauna, sometimes in the ice bath, really reflecting on what is it that I'm here to do? How am I able to really impact more and more people? What is it that I am a leader in? What is it that I teach? What is it that I am so passionate about you will never ever know? And this took me on this journey. So, Embody Your Energy is all about focusing on the power of the mind and body through the lens of science and spirituality. Now, this is the big step for me. It's a big leap, My company's called I Dare to Leap, I'm leaping. Let's leap and trust in faith that you are doing exactly what you are here to do. Now, those of you that work with me will know that I receive messages in various ways, but one of the strongest ways that I receive messages that I'm absolutely on point and aligned and keep doing what I'm doing is to have a real ringing in my ears, a real ringing. Different pictures mean different things. And right now, as I'm recording this, my ears are going wild. So I am really excited. It always gives me a sense of comfort and a sense of bravery to continue doing what it is that I am truly here to do. So I'm going to go deeper with you because Embody Your Energy is a depth of awareness. What I will be talking about in this whole podcast is about embodiment. Now, what this really means in a nutshell is about being in your body, being present, knowing your senses, knowing your feelings, owning your intuition, owning your physical self, and being embodied in it, being integrated in it, understanding it on multiple levels, and basically harnessing its power in various ways. There are lots and lots of ways to do this. There are lots and lots of tools that you can use to do this. There is a huge part in terms of nervous system regulation. There's a big part of embodiment. There's a huge part of breath work. There's a huge part of stillness. All the things that I absolutely love. They're all, the high performance tips and tricks to biohack your life. They're all in embodiment. They're not outside of you. They're all within your body, and dropping out of your head and dropping into your body and leading with that, and knowing that that's like your greatest asset in terms of you knowing you. Ultimately, that's what embodiment is. Now let's get into energy, because this can take different meanings for different people. Now I want to talk about, on a very surface level, the four main areas of energetics in terms of your physical self, so how you feel in your physical body, so your physical health, how you feel, when you look at your body, how you move, all of those things in your physical self. And you're very much your human physical, what you see in the mirror. Then there is your emotional energy. So how you feel. What is going on with your feelings in life, in your body, in your business, in health, in relationships, in success? Then there is your mental well-being. So how do you think? What's your thought energy like? What are your beliefs like? Where's the fear sitting in your head? What's going on with overthinking, overanalyzing? What's going on with anything that keeps playing? What are your pattern interrupters that we want to bring in terms of your thought energy, in terms of your mental thinking, your well-being, your belief system? And then there is your spiritual energy, something outside of you, something that has a greater influence on you. You could see universe, God, source, any religion, anything that is external to you. We're going to be tapping into the energetic fields. We're going to be tapping into the quantum. We're going to be tapping into intuition. We're going to be tapping into manifestation. We're going to be tapping into what prevents you absolutely embodying everything that you are and living a life from that place where you just feel like absolutely epic on multiple levels, and life feels so good that you just have to pinch yourself. You blow your own mind. You're just like, how did I even get here? How did I even get here? And that's the journey of Embody Your Energy. When you can get to a place where you're like, you know what? I am so fulfilled inside. I feel intensely grateful. I appreciate my life. Each day I am full of love. I am full of the feeling of abundance, fulfillment flows through me, and I am excited to take action. I am excited to act on all of the feelings that I have that feel great. And so Embody Your Energy is about embodiment of all of those things. And through the podcast, I am going to be bringing mini trainings. I'm going to be bringing experiential sessions where you can move through things, guided practices. And I'm going to be bringing success stories from people I've worked with, from myself, of how I've been able to fully inhabit my energetic potential, how I've been able to really understand that, own my personal energetic frequency with ease and with flow and with excitement and with variety and with all the things that are uniquely available. So the podcast is perfect for entrepreneurs, leaders, and anyone who's ready to claim and own and embrace their full energetic expression in all of the ways, in all areas of life. Owning it in your health, owning it in your business, owning it in your relationships, owning it with money, owning it with your passions, your purpose, your desires, absolutely all of that, and so much more. So I touched earlier saying I am going to go deeper. Since I started my podcast, my energetics of my potential, shall we say, have absolutely blown my mind. I've absolutely blown my mind. And throughout that journey, there have been many aspects of personal growth, identity work, transformation, new personal practices, habits, etc. But one of the biggest things that, 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 was given to me, and I am incredibly grateful, is the real alignment with my soul's purpose, my soul's journey, what I'm really here to do. And I'm going to let you know how that came about and why it's at the heart of everything. So let me take you back to 12th of March when I first started working in a different way around energetics and energy. And everything started to fall apart. Everything started to fall apart in various ways. Things were just shown to me that weren't part of my essence. And as life moved through and I understood, okay, I see, I understand. I started to really understand my human self in a way like never before. Like never, ever, ever before. I started to understand how my beliefs fed into my energy. I started to understand how society fed into my energy. I started to understand how my emotions fed into my energy. I started to understand all these kind of things. And I had numerous, absolutely numerous signs from the universe around my soul's purpose. And you'll notice I'm in a different energy talking about this. I have possibly 2 or 3 different frequencies going on through my ears. I am incredibly grounded. I feel like I am here for this on multiple levels, and the excitement is beyond anything I've ever experienced. And so this is what happened in the middle of the night, which is when Spirit loves to give you some signs, some information in the middle of the night. And, I'm a high performer at heart. I'm a high achiever. So everything came very, very rapidly. And there was one night where I had these 3 words come in and I was like, what? I wrote them down because I'd learned to write them down, because if you should go back to sleep, you've forgotten them in the morning. And the 3 words were this: heal thy energy. And I remember waking up and looking and thinking, I'm not going to start speaking oldie worldy, heal thy energy. No, I'm not. No, I don't know what that message, I don't know what that message is. I don't really think it's for me. And I can remember clearly thinking, hey, I wonder what that is, and not embracing it straight away because I was scared. It felt huge. It felt like this is it, hang on a minute, you've been looking and it's been under your nose all along. And when I sat with it in the ice bath and really tuned in, I was like, oh my goodness, this is it. This is exactly it. Because heal thy energy is healthy energy. And healthy energy is at the heart of everything I do. Absolutely everything I do. Feeling healthy in yourself, feeling healthy in your thoughts, healthy in your relationships, being able to understand where you are draining your energy, where your energy feels misaligned, where you're not living your purpose, where your energy isn't clean or clear. It's like, oh my goodness, this is it. And my mentor said to me, you, are you, are you going to claim it? I was like, oh, I don't know. Hang on a minute. This feels like really big. This feels bigger than me. This feels way bigger than me. And that's the point. It is way bigger than me. I'm just a vehicle for it. And so I navigated this and really sat with it and thought, just, do you know what? Hell yes, I am. And I'm going to do it in multiple ways. I'm going to do it in my unique way. I'm going to do it in a way that brings me joy, happiness, bliss, satisfaction, and so much more. And that's why, wholeheartedly, the podcast is called Embody Your Energy. Because being a healer, being a transformational coach, being a positive psychology coach, being a hypnotherapist, being a personal trainer, being a counsellor, being a person who has the ability to see what others don't see in themselves, an activator of potential, a catalyst for action, all of those things. Like, this is what it's all about. So, I'm going to bring myself out of that deeper state, and I'm going to turn this episode onto you. What is it that you are here for? How do you want to take up space? What are you really ready to claim? How do you want to feel? What's got to go? What has to go? What has to move on to make space for what's going to come in? What's your real purpose in life? Are you anywhere near it? Do you know it? Do you know it and you're not doing it? Do you know it and you're doing it, but you're only half in? What's really going on? And then the one thing that I absolutely stand by for everyone is find your courage. Find your courage to be your unique self. Find your courage to do all that you're here for. Find your courage to blow your own mind. Find your courage to take the first step. The first step. So below this episode, there is a link to a experience that I am taking people through for 7 days. And it starts in 2 days' time. So if you want to have some courage and you want to understand how to activate that within yourself so you can make some changes and you can start getting clarity and you can start understanding, okay, what is it that I'm really here for? Where are my desires? What success look like for me? How can I be braver? Where's my courage? Where are my beliefs at? Where is my action at? All of those kind of things. Then the link is below the episode. Do come in. I am absolutely going all out in this. It's my first experience of the year. I'm excited to share it with people, and it's a chance for you to get a taste of what it's like to be in my energy. And believe me, it is potent as anything at the moment. So if you're ready to unlock your potency, your true potential, your most epic desires and success in a way that feels really, really good, then click on the link and come in. Otherwise, please do keep listening to Embody Your Energy. I am super grateful to every single one of you that listens, tunes in, and lets me know what's coming up for them. I absolutely adore it. And believe me, this Embody Your Energy is going to take you on a whole new vibration. Take care, look after yourself, and remember, life is for living.